MMA boxing talk here. I want to talk about UFC Albany. It's taking place December 9th, and I think it's UFC Fight Night 102. Now, there's a couple, the main event and the co-main event are some big heavyweight matchups. Um, two of the fighters are, they're prospects. They've really been on my radar lately, and that's Derrick Lewis and Francis Ngannou. Derrick Lewis has been around a little longer in the UFC. He's 16-4 with 14 KOs, and Francis Ngannou is 8-1 um, with 5 KOs. So he has a little less fights. So they're not fighting each other, but this is the second time Derrick Lewis and Francis Ngannou are on the same card. Maybe they're trying to tell us something. Maybe eventually they want to, match these guys up. I think that'd be a great fight. But that's the best way to do it. Have them both fight on the same card if that's their plan in the future. They might not want to face, the UFC might not want them to face each other right away. Might want to let that marinate a little bit because that would be a really exciting fight. But anyway, I'll get right into it. So, Derrick Lewis is taking on Shamil Abdurakhimov. I think this will be a good fight. Shamil Abdurakhimov, he's 6'3", 255, 76-inch reach. He's a good kickboxer, good striker. He seems like a seasoned vet. Uses pretty good movement. I like his footwork. He's in and out a bit. He seems well-rounded, We'll see. Maybe he's going to try to get the takedown on Derrick Lewis because, Roy Nelson had a lot of success taking Derrick Lewis down despite losing that fight. I think Shamil's best way to win this fight is, mix it up. Look for the takedowns. Mix up your takedowns with your striking. Derrick Lewis, though, they're the same heights. He's 6'3", but he weighs 10 pounds more. Derrick Lewis is 265 with a 79-inch reach. I like this fight. I think, both guys, I think, can be stopped. Derrick Lewis has been stopped before due to strikes. Shamil is a good striker. You could tell he's got a lot of experience in striking. And so Derrick Lewis will have to be, take this fight seriously. But I do think, Shamil is there to be hit as well. So that'll be a great fight. And in the co-main event, we have Francis Ngannou, who is 6'4", 255, 83-inch reach. That's an incredible reach, 83. Very long reach. Very close to John Jones' reach. Ngannou, very powerful. He's a smart fighter. He's got crisp striking, great technique. I'm very impressed with Francis Ngannou, and he's taking on Anthony Hamilton, who is 15-5 with 8 KOs. Hamilton's a big boy. He's 6'5", 260, got a 76-inch reach. So Nganou's gonna have a 7-inch reach advantage on Hamilton, which is a lot. Hamilton, he's a wrestler, big strong guy. Doesn't have the best technique. He's gonna come forward. I think he's gonna be, he's there to be hit a lot, and I think Nganou's really going to, I think he's going to piece him up on the feet, to be quite honest. He's faster, better technique. Of course, he'll have to, stuff the takedowns, of course, but I think it's a very winnable fight for Francis Ngannou. Now, it'll be interesting to see, if both these guys win in Albany. If Derrick Lewis wins, Francis Ngannou wins. These guys are now ranked in the top 15. Derrick Lewis, I believe, is ranked number 10, and Francis Ngannou is ranked number 13. So, with wins, if they both win, it'll be interesting to see who the UFC matches them up against next. Maybe they'll continue one more time, give them, some unranked opponents. Again, I'm not sure. I'd like to see, personally, I'd like to see the winners maybe face guys like Travis Brown or Andre Arlovsky. If Derrick Lewis wins this fight, he's ranked number 10, so he can fight a guy, just in the top 10, like a Brown or a or an Arlovsky. You know, that those are bigger names, give him a little more credibility. And Francis Ngannou, you know, maybe they'll match him up against a guy like Brown or Arlovsky. I'm not sure, but that's what I'd like to see. But I do think, you know, I'll be putting out a prediction video for these fights, but I do think Francis Ngannou has, you know, a strong chance of winning this fight. Derrick Lewis, you know, he's definitely going to be the favorite, but I think it'll be a tougher fight for Derrick Lewis because Shamil is no joke. You know, he seems very seasoned vet, well-rounded. You know, he uses good footwork, which, you know, might throw Derrick Lewis off. You know, he's not always there to be hit, but he does come forward, and he you know, there is opportunities to hit Shamil, but I guess, you know, the other opponent, Francis Ngannou's opponent, Hamilton, Hamilton, whatever his first name is, can't remember now. Anthony Hamilton. He's a little more come forward, gets hit a lot. Shamil gets hit less, so might be a tougher fight for Derrick Lewis, but we'll see. Should be a good card. You can't miss it. Unfortunately, it is on Fight Pass, so you'll have to stream it, or, you know, get Fight Pass, which is so worth it. You know, if you're a hardcore fan, Fight Pass is worth it. It is the Netflix for fight fans. And also another fight I want to throw out there is after, like, before the co-main event, we're gonna have also a great bantamweight fight. We have Rafael Assuncao, who's ranked number 3 in the division at bantamweight. He's taking on Aljamain Sterling, who's ranked number 8. Both guys, you know, well-rounded fighters. Both guys good on the ground, so I think it'll be a good fight. And then yeah, so it's a solid card. UFC Albany. It's not too far away from where I live. I wouldn't mind going, but I think I'll save my money for next year. You know, go see a big pay-per-view event. But anyway, let me know what you guys think. I'm really looking forward to this card. I had to put out a video talking about it. You know, spotlighting these fighters that have been on my radar. Derrick Lewis, Francis Ngannou. Like I said, the heavyweight division, very old. It's not often, you know, we get prospects and contenders, or yeah, prospects come into the division. For a while there, it's been the same old guys for the last 3-4 years. They're all pushing 40 now. So it's nice to see, you know, some young guys come up. Ganou's just turned 30, and you know, Derrick Lewis turns 32 in February, so they're a little bit younger. We'll see. I had to put out a video talking about these guys. Let me know what you think. If you liked the video, subscribe. Check me out on Twitter at MMA Boxing Talk 1. Peace.